Dear respected guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, everyone. I'm so thrilled to be here today, and it's such an honor to be part of BETC. I am so excited to be moderating three of our special guests today, talking about smart safety. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sara Almason, and I am Senior Account Delivery Executive at Microsoft. I am also volunteering as a Director of Training and Development, NPMI KSA Chapter. I graduated from Prince Muhammad University with a degree of engineering with over 8 years of experience in project management, operation excellence, communication, and project delivery. Simply, my passion is to drive the change in the kingdom and to be part of Vision 2030 transformation journey. Now, without further ado, we are delighted to present our special guest today, Dr. Hamad Al-Mustanir, who works in total safety as a country manager, and also he's an academic professor at Prince Muhammad bin Fahd University. Dr. Al-Mustanir have an accumulated 19 years of experience, include a wide skill set, including engineering design, project advanced troubleshooting, technical support, operation, and finally, occupational health and safety. Dr. Hamad today will be sharing with us his expertise in optimizing work and safety and productivity by employing innovative technologies. With that, I ask you to give your full attention to Dr. Hamad and help me please welcoming him to the stage. Dr. Hamad.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Sarah, for the introduction. On behalf of Total Safety, I will be presenting the optimizing worker safety and productivity by employing innovation technologies. So what do we mean by that? Today, I will present 6 technologies that are built over the worker safety. These are state-of-the-art equipment and software that are integrated together to gather data in real time to enhance safety. Why we can do that? Because we can. As Total Safety, since our inception 1994, we have been working around our clients' worker safety to make sure that everyone, by the end of the day, go back home safe. With that, I will try to show you the technologies I will be presenting today. So one of the technologies, or actually there are 2 technologies, and one is what we call access control systems. The other technology would be what we call SafeTech Shield. The third technology will be the guidance lights and the life or the safety life signs, and finally the SafeTech Smart Monitor. So what is the access control systems, or what do we mean by that? The idea is very simple, rather very important and very crucial to people's safety. As you can see here on the right side, there is the picture or photo of a gate. And this gate is not different than some of the gates that people use in their going to their work in a plant or a processing area every day. The only difference is that these gates of ours is portable. And the reason we have came up with these gates is because when there is a turnaround or testing and inspection, as Aramco people call it, or if there is a construction project, you want to separate the gate that people or personnel use for every day to go to work from the gate where thousands of workers are going inside to do their construction job or maintenance job for testing and inspection. So these gates are digitalized. People use badge in, badge out. You know when they are in real time. You know who are inside and who are not inside. So in case of, God forbid, any emergency or even emergency drill, you can always go back to the system and see who are the people actually inside the construction site or the plant. The master assembly station is actually a digital method of the assembly areas we have nowadays, except in this technology, or with this technology, we are using actually also the digital software that detects the workers when they are assembled during emergency drill or during actual drill. And the reason we use this digital, software is to reduce the time on the safety warden using the conventional method by writing down the names to see who's there, who's not there, and also to help the rescue team and the fire equipment department to know who exactly is missing from being in the assembly area in real time. We could use it on a screen, we could use it in a tablet, and Mr. Abdul Karim yesterday when he visited our booth asked really one good question of whether our badges need to be backed in on the column of the master point, or if it can be detected from a distance. And the answer is yes, it could be detected from a distance. So this will help really know the number of people who are in the site in actual time. The third technology here is the multi-gas detector. And this is no different than all the multi-gas detectors we know, single or multi actually. The only benefit about this technology is three features. Number one, it detects when the worker has no motion. So if the worker is working alone far away in a construction site and he has nobody around and he's not moving, this device will detect that and give a signal to the control room. If the worker fell down, this device will detect it. And it has the emergency lash where it can call for emergency. And it also, if we use a SIM card in it, it can also use the communication system. So this multi-gas really has features, and single gas has features that the conventional multi-gas and single gas detectors don't have. And this is why we call it the lone worker gas detector, because workers could be alone and no one around them, and this detector could help saving lives if anything happened to the worker, starting from a heat stroke to injury or incident. This technology is actually more important to the operation people. Detect the gas, so it uses the ultrasonic technology to detect the gas leak. We have actually used this with Aramco, one of Aramco gas plants. It's not so much used for construction site, but it can help with operations for sure. The safety science actually is there. It's a known, very old technology that there is barely an invention can be made for safety science. So the only difference here is, as you can see here in the slide, is we have the guidance lights. And these guidance lights are made by one of our partners that's called A-Flare. So what we did really, we tried to use the benefit of these lights to integrate them into the safety sign. So at night, especially at night, when there is no enough lighting, if there is a hot work activities or lifting activities or excavation activities, the red light could be turned on, and it is very simple device that can be turned on by twisting the device, and then the light will start flashing. This will give a warning to the workers, especially those who are distracted or do not have full attention, to look of why this light is flashing and read what's in the sign. And this could really save lives, because there were many times where there were incidents and there were signs, except the workers did not see the sign because they were mentally distracted.
Dr. Hamad, can we ask you more about the muster station? Can you tell us more about the muster station?
That's a really good question. Let me finish the last technology and I will go back to the muster station to tell you all about it.
We are really limited on time, so we would like to give the audience more time to know about the digital muster station.
Actually, I can show you here. I just wanted to show you if I can. I hope this is my slide. Can you guys see my slide again? I don't know why it's showing the, yeah, if you look here, this is a typical construction site where you have a few what we call access points and a few master points. So the access points are meant there to detect the workers who get into the site and who go out. And the master station points here are located in case of emergency drills or actual emergencies. So these are different from the access point. The access point, as you can see, there are digital numbers that show digitally the people who are there, and we could also even incorporate their names into the screen to show the actual names of the people inside the site. The muster station is connected to this access point, and it will also show the number of people who accumulated around each muster station point when emergency or actual drill is there. So that's really the simple point. I just wanted to show the construction area as it is open, especially during the projects when they are under construction. So last technology, I will just mention quickly. I hope my answer was clear, Sara.
Yes, it was clear. Thank you very much, Dr. Hamad. And we have to move to our next speaker. What is unique about our guest today is that he brings a deep expertise in engineering, procurement, construction, safety and sustainability domain, and capital projects built based our work experience across the globe in energy, metal, and mining and chemical industries. Vijay Kumar today will share with us his expertise in Journey Towards Zero. With that, I ask you to give your full attention to Vijay Kumar and help us welcoming him to the stage. Vijay Kumar.
Thank you, Sara. Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Vijay. As Sara mentioned, that I will be talking about safety today. And at Accenture, our global goal towards safety has always been zero. And what do I mean by zero? Zero tolerance against unsafe practices, zero tolerance against accidents, zero near misses, and thereby creating an incident-free and safe work environment. Though traditionally laggard in embracing technologies, today the construction industry is fast forwarding itself through digital transformation and adopting technological interventions to address and prioritize safety. Over the last decade, if we see, construction industry has shown far greater inclination towards adoption of technologies. Looking forward, around 50% of major EPC companies have planned large investment in technology and safety in next 5 to 6 years. Simultaneously, the safety industry is projected to grow at an annual CAGR of 8% to reach to around $8 billion by 2026. This shows a dedicated commitment toward the safety across the stakeholders. If we talk about the different technologies, artificial intelligence, augmented and virtual reality are among the major technological advancements which companies are looking forward to investing. Now the question comes that why these companies are able to invest that money. The key reason for such an exponential growth is because there has been a growing realization in the industry, especially in the construction industry, about the benefit various technologies bring and help improve safety standards. The research has shown that technology-related implementations provides as much as 30 to 40% reduction in safety incidents. Also, it improves a 15 to 20% productivity in the field. And this really creates a positive business case to invest in technology and safety. And Accenture has very big experience in terms of helping clients adopt those digital technologies, adoption of AI, ML, virtual reality, to really bring that safety to the construction sites. If we talk about this construction industry, construction workplace is completely inherited with multiple safety challenges which are inherent in the nature of work. It's very difficult to say that these are one of the most difficult situations to work, as you have to deal with large machines. There's a big open area to operate, inaccessible conditions, use of unskilled and partially skilled labor are some of the factors which really creates tough situations for the management to ensure the safety. Another dimension comes managing access and security. And earlier my guest speaker here alluded toward the access and safety, monitoring worker safety. So these are some of the biggest challenges to ensure safe workplaces. Many technologies have evolved to address these concerns, like IoT and remote sensors, advanced analytics, smart wearables and mobility, AR, VR, mixed reality, and robotics. What Accenture is doing now with our clients to leveraging these different technologies, creating very specific solutions which are adaptable, cost-effective, and then helping our clients with the change management to adopt these different technologies to really create a solution which can really create a kind of full safe workplace and take incidents towards zero. Today, what I will do, I will cover a couple of use cases here, which we have seen tremendous success at our different clients. One of those is AI-enabled video analytics. It is an advanced solution and has key implications in safety pertaining to capital projects and construction industry. This use case it involves capturing real-time imaging from workplace, analyzing worker behavior patterns, also focusing on asset patterns, movement of resources at site, focusing on labor fatigue, and poor safety practices to really generate meaningful and analytics-driven insights, which can be converted into decision-making to ensure overall safety. This AI-enabled system further performs predictive analytics by notifying probable safety incidents and prescriptive analytics by recommending process improvements and training requirements. This solution can be widely used for detecting fire, heat, chemical spillages, PP non-compliances, proximity to equipments, a standard operating procedure violation, etc. And these alerts can really give a lot of insights to the supervisors to take corrective actions to ensure safety. We have successfully implemented this use case, as I mentioned multiple times, but in the recent example, where we were part of the digital transformation journey for one of the EPC giant in Asia, where site management safety through video analytics helped in bringing down safety incidents by more than 40%. And along with that, it also helped improve worker trainings and reduce site rework by up to 18%. This in turn contributing to mitigate overall schedule delays. And another component of these technologies is helping reduce overall schedule so that you can have really positive business case for investment. If we talk about the solution overview, it is a simple architecture with a video capturing unit, AI-enabled cloud database, and analytics platform. It also has a dashboard for the users, which can be accessed through mobile devices or laptops and different devices. The hardware includes surveillance cameras, which can be pre-installed, IR cameras, thermal sensors, AI-based analytics on different platforms like Microsoft Azure, AWS and all, and output can be assessed again with handheld devices. So this is one of the use case which we really take to our clients. If you go to the second use case, this is again very important use case which we call the digital watchman and passport. It is basically an on-site worker management and monitoring solution. This use case solves multitude of problems faced by companies which manages a large workforce. The solution can effectively manage site-wide access control, track real-time positioning of the workers and equipment movements, raise alerts, thus preventing the safety incidents. This digital watchman forms an integral part of an overall solution of connected construction, wherein real-time tracking of man, machine, and material done for a implementation in various sites. The similar use case can be implemented into mining, infrastructure, and also in the oil and gas sector. This use case also works on improving the worker productivity by 20%. And in the last 2 years, it has been extensively implemented by our clients to ensure that COVID compliant behavior is there at sites.
Okay, Vijay, can I ask you a question here? Very interesting use cases. We would love to hear them all, but we are limited on time, so I'll move to Q&A. In your opinion, how do you see the connect between worker safety and worker health?
Oh, thank you, Sara. Very relevant questions. And nowadays, there's a lot of focus on that. So what we are trying to highlight here is that worker health is important along with the worker safety, right? So what we are talking about that a physical mind, a healthy mind can deliver productivity while ensuring personal and co-worker safety. So the focus is on mental health because you need to be extremely alert. And we are talking about alerts you can get alerts and all, but you need to ensure that people are physically fit as well as they are also mentally fit before they enter into the construction sites.
Beautiful, Vijay. Thank you very much. It was really interesting presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, we are pleased to welcome our special guest today, Hassan Al-Bloui, as the CEO and the co-founder of WakeCap. Hassan is a highly driven innovator and entrepreneur. Hassan was born and raised in Tabuk before completing his bachelor and master degree and PhD in the United States. During his PhD studies, Hassan developed the machine learning algorithms suitable for ultra-low power devices. Hassan made a giant stride with his idea that led of the founding and establishment of WakeCap Technologies in the Silicon Valley back in 2017. Hassan Al-Bloui today will be sharing with us his experience and expertise in challenging and implementing smart site solution. With that, I ask you to give your full attention to Hassan Al-Bloui and help me in welcoming him to the stage. Hassan Al-Bloui.
Thanks so much, Sara. I really appreciate it, and thanks for this opportunity. So, yeah, today I'm going to talk to you about simply how WakeCap, or how we try to overcome the challenges of implementing technology on the site. So, I mean, we all dream on a smart site solution. I mean, the idea here potentially can automate the workplace health and safety, as my other guest panels actually demonstrated. Once we have a site that is connected, once we get the technology to the field, things becomes, and the use cases becomes much easier to execute. The bigger the challenge here, the real issue is like really implementing technology on the site. So the need for such a smart solution, I think it's very obvious. Construction being the most fatal, productivity, it's not doing well in the construction relative to other industry. And when it comes to technology, we are among the least digitized sector in the world. So those are the facts. And let's look at like much more like detailed examples of what's going on the site. So construction have been lagging behind in implementing technologies because of three main factors. You have a site that is very dynamic. There is no constant, there is challenges on the electricity, and as well as limited coverage when it comes to a reliable connectivity that actually help us bring all these solutions to life. And then we have challenges related to the workers. Now, the workers are also dynamic. Construction site have dynamic process of actually bringing people all the time. And the idea here in terms of workers have been reluctant to wear additional equipment. So when you're talking about smart wearables, it has been demonstrated in many cases that in bringing in new technology to this industry have this main challenge that need to be addressed. Because they, at the end, the end user. They are definitely not the buyer, but the challenge is if they don't use it, the product actually, the pain going to be still there. And then existing hardware. Many of the solutions that actually have been tried on in bringing the wearable to the site have been relying on an existing solution that was not built for construction, making it facing assumptions that only actually happen on the site. And this is what we build in WakeCap. We took a solution by basically building it from the ground up to overcome these challenges. So WakeCap today basically focuses on building building a solution that requires zero training on the site. So it's made of an integrated hard hat into an existing wearable, which is the hard hat on the site. All the modules comes with a form factor that comes directly into the hard hat without affecting the integrity of the hard hat. It comes with a battery life of a year and a half, making it basically practical for the worker not to really worry about it and not to even basically come on their way of work. When it comes to connectivity, we overcome the challenges by simply connecting or building a battery-powered mesh network that runs totally on power, that create all the connectivity we need to run a full smart site. And the solution basically started with the workers, but then we got to tools and equipment because it was much easier once we have a connected site. Now, the use cases that we have been able to demonstrate at scale relative to our projects includes improving compliance, like knowing where people are. It's part of the main issue, like knowing where people are and avoiding the biggest issue of being at the wrong place at the wrong time is the whole essence of a smart site. So we have integrated into our solution the ability to continuously monitoring if somebody is not wearing their, let's say, is not complying with wearing their hard hat on a PPE required zone, being able to really detect fall automatically, and as well as having a panic button to be available to the worker to send or request help that identify exactly where the worker is in real time. And of course, we have also added the evacuation. We reinvented the evacuation that basically rely on mustering people manually and depend on a manual head count every time an evacuation drill being executed or a real evacuation, God forbid, actually happen. By simply integrating the technology in having a very simple, transparent evacuation system that shows the safety manager where everyone is all the time. Now, when it comes to results and numbers, what we found in WakeCap is that safety basically are being measured in money when it comes to productivity. So being able to align safety and productivity is what WakeCap has accomplished. Wearing the hard hat on the right zone, it means that you are basically where you're supposed to be. Not wearing the hard hat or being in a place that you're not assigned to, this actually basically tells us that you're either not productive or basically are a liability on the site. And this was easily demonstrated in multiple sites in connecting over like 15,000 workers. And this is one of the use cases that we were able to demonstrate in less than 2 weeks. We reduced the compliance in terms of the hours reported on site to be from 45% to less than 10%. In some cases, we have less than 1%. Here is another case where we are able to evacuate more than 2,000 workers on the site by using our solution while showing the safety manager in real time where everyone is and clearing everyone on the adjusted on the required time. In fact, we were able to optimize or reduce the time taken to the drill more than 50% in terms of the expected time in similar scenarios. That's what I have for today, and I'm really happy and thankful for such an opportunity. Sarah, if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to take them. Sarah, I'm sorry, but I can't hear you.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so a very interesting presentation. I personally enjoy watching the new technology, and we are so proud of having a Saudi invention in the Silicon Valley. I have this question for you. I personally spent more than 5 years in construction site managing one of the oil and gas project, and I know that construction sites are recognized as unsafe work environment. How does hard hat with sensor improve safety in your opinion?
Sure. So for safety to work, we need the technology to work. And for the technology to work, it needs to be used by the end user. And this is basically what we accomplished. We just made sure that everybody on the site is connected by tapping into an existing hard hat. And this is, I think, one of the, the ability, once we did that, we were able to just get ourselves with data that right now we are able to get cases just from the data alone to know how to link it to productivity to the in real time, as well as other safety use cases that we didn't even imagine that was possible, because the data actually told us it started actually leading us to ways that we didn't believe it. I called it the unknown unknown. People didn't know that actually these things were happening. And the minute they know, this is where they started really mitigating those risks easily, because now they have the ability to go back and play back what happened because the data exists.
Thank you very much, Hassan Libli. That was really interesting presentation. We thank on behalf of PETC, we thank you all for being us today, and we are looking forward to welcoming you again in the future. Thank you very much.